For first time in history, Islamic prayers to be held at the Vatican. Islamic prayers and readings from the Quran will be heard at the Vatican on Sunday, in the move by Pope Francis to usher in peace between Israelis and Palestinians. Francis issued the invitation to Israeli President Shimon and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas during his visit last week to Jordan, Israel, and the Palestinian Authority. Chrislam will be the one world religion. The prayers came as a result of Pope Francis' request that Israeli President Shimon and Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas meet him at the Vatican City to pray amongst each other for peace. Pope Francis hoped that interfaith dialogue would promote peace between the Israeli and Palestinian people. What remains unclear is why the Pope decided to invite President Peres instead of Abbas's head of state counterpart, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, to attend the prayers at the Vatican is a question. A representative from the Holy See said Friday that the prayers would be a pause in politics. However, skeptics have noted that the very act of bringing Jewish, Christian, and Muslim leaders together to pray for peace is a politically charged move in and of itself. The event would feature readings from several texts of the monotheistic faiths. The Tanakh, Hebrew Scriptures, New Testament, and the Quran would be featured in the ceremonies. Afterwards, Francis, Peres, and Abbas were called upon to read religious verses of their choosing. Speaking in Italian, the Pope said of his hopes for peace, peacemaking calls for courage, much more so than warfare. It calls for the courage to say yes to encounter and no to conflict, yes to dialogue and no to violence, yes to negotiations and no to hostilities. During his trip to Israel last month, Pope Francis said that searching for peace was an act of supreme responsibility before our consciences and before our peoples. Now the Book of Revelation is quite clear when it discusses the Catholic system in chapters 17 and 18. The Vatican sitting on 7 hills is called the Mother of Harlots, a pagan system of worship that has control over the whole world. She is carried by the beast, and is the enemy of God. More than that, she will rule for a period of time with complete power over kings, mighty men and all the inhabitants of the earth. The one world religion during the time of the Great Tribulation. In prophecy, the Pope is not the Antichrist, he is the false prophet. It will be his job to control the one world religion, just as it will be the job of the Antichrist to create and control the one world government. The Antichrist, the false prophet, and the beast, which is Satan himself, are the unholy trinity that the scriptures warn will come. If Pope Francis continues on this path, and there is no reason why he won't, it is highly likely that he is the false prophet of Revelation. That means that the arrival of the Antichrist is next, and that the rapture of the church can happen at any moment. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalts himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sits in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. 2 Thessalonians 2, 3-4. A 7-year peace treaty is about to be crafted and signed by all parties concerned. This is the goal that Pope Francis is working towards. When will it happen? No one can say. But this is as close to that peace treaty as we have ever been in the 2,000 years since the prophecies were first given. Tomorrow at the Vatican, the Catholic Pope will lead the main representative of Israel and the main representative of Islam in a worship service at the place that the Bible calls the Mother of Harlots. They all claim to want peace at any cost. A peace is coming, but it will be a false peace administered by a false Messiah. It will be the time of Jacob's trouble. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. You can visit us on www.therealthingming.webs.com.